In today's news, senior government official charged with breach of trust. Premier to press BVI Electricity Corporation to introduce solar panel project for the BVI. And TRC'S survey shapes BVI satellite technology. And Rotary Club of Rotong's Project 1 BVI, a decade of community impact and service excellence. Our viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turned into 5. 5 months turned into, well, you know I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Stephen Payne.
That was a 9 out of 10. I know you got the service down pat.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually
you're feeling it.
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites.
It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy. Welcome viewers to the Thursday, December 14th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has confirmed that a senior official, that is a senior government official, has been charged with 1 count of breach of trust in a public office. The police did not disclose the identity of, and I quote, the senior government official, and said no further information can be provided at this time, as the matter will now be a sub judice. Well, more to come, viewers, as this story continues to unfold. Premier and Minister responsible for climate change, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheely, says his government intends to press the BVI Electricity Corporation to have it introduce a project to equip roofs of homes and buildings across the territory with solar panels. Premier Wheely made a statement at a recent press conference in response to a question posed by 284 Media. He said the initiative will be part of his government's strategy of transitioning to renewable energy products as it aims to go green.
We're going to be pressing as well the Electricity Corporation to introduce a project where we'll put solar panels on as many roofs as possible. And we spoke about our own climate change trust fund. One thing I'll be approaching the Climate Change Trust Fund is a project to provide some funding through the Electricity Corporation to get that solar panel project moving.
The BVI Electricity Corporation will not be the only entity to be pressed regarding similar renewable energy initiatives, as the Premier indicated that the pressing will be on a general scale to ensure his government is on the right side in the battle against climate change.
It's going to really this kind of refocus, re-energization. It's going to start with a pledge that the government itself is going to be making. The government will take its own green pledge, because the government itself, there's a number of practices that we do which are not green in nature. We can do a better job in terms of setting an example for the whole territory. and to being more ambitious as it pertains to how we deal with the, reducing the use of plastic, reducing the use of energy, procuring in a green way, renewables, energy, as you stated. We can do better than what we're doing right now. So I'm going to press for the government to go in more of a green direction.
Premier Wheatley said discussions have already commenced on the prospect of introducing the necessary infrastructure to facilitate the increased use of renewable energy products, such as the charging ports that will be needed for electric and hybrid vehicles.
Actually, that's one thing I've been discussing with the Chief Climate Change Officer, there, Angela Bonnet-Penn, which is the officer we have dedicated to those issues. So I was speaking to her about the fact that we need to build the infrastructure necessary to be able to make those things a reality. Things like, ports to be able to charge electric vehicles. As you see, Honorable Kai Reimer, made a, I would say, a very useful move in the electric shuttles that we have. I think the next step to things like electric shuttles is, as you say, having more of the government fleet being either hybrids or being fully electric. But to be able to do so, we have to make sure we have charging ports available, and we also have to make sure that those charging ports being powered by alternative energy themselves.
The Premier first made mention of the initiative in July 2022 as he expressed his government's long-term plan to focus on renewable energy and initiatives which can contribute as alternative sources to fuel-based energy. At the time, he said, and I quote, "We have to explore what we can do in terms of alternative energy. Of course, we have the access to the sun, the wind, and the water. We can't really control what's happening with the cost of fuel, but we can control how we utilize the energy from the sun and other alternative sources." He continued, "In addition to whatever relief we are exploring given as it pertains to electricity, we are also exploring how we can stimulate persons and encourage them to be able to have solar panels on their roofs and how we can put them on government buildings. We've put solar panels on a number of government buildings so far, either through partnerships with other stakeholders or through government directly. We want to continue that," end quote. Moving on, viewers, the British Virgin Islands said they are on the brink of a telecommunications revolution and the public is invited to lead the charge. The Telecommunications Regulatory Commission says they are placing the power in the hands of the public, with a survey aiming to redefine telecommunications services via satellite technology under the theme Connectivity Unleashed, Your Voice, Your Choice. Well, Guy L. Malone, Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, stated, and I quote, "Connectivity Unleashed means your choices matter. This is more than a catchphrase. It is our guiding principle. Let's make history together. Your input will define the next era of telecommunications in the BVI. Let's craft technology, a technology-centered future that's truly ours," end quote. George Lewis, COO of the Commission, said, and I quote, "In our dedication to a community-centric telecommunications landscape, I encourage everyone to participate in this survey. Your voice will guide the evolution of enhanced satellite services in the BVI." In recent times, the Commission underwent investigations into individuals and entities illegally providing communication services via satellite technology and decided to take proactive measures to regulate those operating without proper licensing. Mr. Malone clarifies, and I quote, "Our commitment to delivering top-tier satellite services is unwavering. The investigations were conducted not to vilify anyone, but to bring order to the satellite services landscape and initiate the licensing process for the benefit of our community." Well, viewers, the survey is live and it runs until 11th of January 2024. It is designed to be short and user-friendly, ensuring everyone's voice is heard. Well, up next, viewers, we have more local news coming to your televisions.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman with yours truly, Ron Grant, a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 5, a 284 Media production.
Welcome back, viewers. The Rotary Club of Rotown proudly announces the successful completion of its annual community initiative, Project 1 BVI, marking its 9th consecutive year of service to the British Virgin Islands community. With this transformative project held on 28th October, 4th November, and 11th November 2023, exemplifies Rotary's enduring commitment to fostering positive change and unity. Viewers, more on this report.
Originating from the genuine desire to foster unity and positive change, Project 1 BVI is a testament to the Rotary Club of Rotown's unwavering commitment to the well-being of the BVI community. Aligned with Rotary's core values of service, leadership, and fellowship, this initiative has become a sustainable embodiment of these principles. Over the years, Project 1 BVI has addressed diverse community needs by aligning its efforts with Rotary's areas of focus. Project areas have ranged from painting benches to classrooms to tree planting, landscaping public spaces, home repairs, water cooler installations, garbage bin construction, and library refurbishments. Food drive to benefit the Enid Adams Primary School held on October 28th. A food drive was organized by the Rotary Club to benefit the Enid Adams Primary School's pantry, aiming to contribute to the community's well-being. Water cooler distribution with filtration system installation on October 28th. A water cooler with a filtration system was installed at the Robinson O'Neill Memorial Primary School in Virgin Gorda to support access to clean and safe drinking water. Beach cleanup held on November 11th, 2023 in collaboration with Green VI. The Rotary Club of Rotown hosted a beach cleanup at the Sprat Point of Beef Island to preserve the natural beauty of its BVI's pristine beaches and promote environmental stewardship. Painting of benches at the Centennial Park on November 11th, 2023. Members of the Rotary Club of Rotown along with student volunteers gathered to upgrade the Rotary Centennial Park by painting benches in vibrant blue, providing a space for community relaxation. Mini Health Fair on November 4th, 2023 focused on youth well-being. The Rotary Club of Rotown hosted a mini health fair covering essential topics such as hygiene, healthy eating practices, and mental wellness, emphasizing the importance of instilling healthy practices early in life. Project 1 BVI reflects the Rotary Club of Rotown's dedication to collaboration, emphasizing the enduring partnership forged with community members. This annual event underscores Rotary's service above self motto and reinforces the club's unwavering commitment to the BVI community.
Keeping true to their word, Naniki Resort and Marina has donated funds raised from its staff party held on December 7th to Miss Kishma P. Forbes and Mr. Julian Willock to help support their food pantry and their back-to-school giveaway for students in District 3. Both residents have been on a constant quest to give back to District 3 through several much-needed activities. Naniki raised the funds by selling raffle tickets leading up to their big staff block party, which was another huge success. Mr. Willock at the time, same party, thanked Naniki for their continued support and singled out the General Manager, Mr. Miles Sutherland Pilch, for working closely with him and Ms. Forbes to ensure that the plans to help the less fortunate in District 3 become a reality.
Everyone, happy holidays. As Miles said, my name is Julian Willock, and no, this is not politics. I have teamed up with Kishma PFOPs, where we are doing some community-minded activities for District 3. We're now doing a food pantry and also a back to school for needy kids in District 3. And we're proud to have the support of Mr. Miles Sutherland Pitch and Manny Key. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a very successful job fair. Thanks, Miles, for all your hard work, and we will make it an annual event. So tonight, Miles was generous enough to ensure that whatever money is raised tonight from the raffle will be going back into a food pantry located in the 3rd district, the Sigalsby area, for needy children, single mothers, elderlies, or whoever needs help. And we say thank you to all who have purchased tickets. Thanks to all those who have raised funds. And most of all, we thank your general manager for his astute work in ensuring that the things that we want to do to help this district and this community is a success. Put your hands together for Mr. Miles Sutherland Pitch. With that said, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and I turn it back over to Miles.
Thank you very much, Julian. Thank you, everyone. The speeches are over. Enjoy.
Ms. Forbes confirmed that the funds will be going directly back into the community for the District 3 food pantry, along with the annual back-to-school giveaways next year. Over the past months, the two community-minded residents have hosted a job fair in collaboration with Naniki Resort and Marina, where persons were hired on the spot. And they have donated over $1,000 worth of items to the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School with the help of Scrub Island Resort, and the duo also kept a back-to-school giveaway for over 130 students from District 3. Mr. Willock noted that next year, he said, and I quote, "We will be even more active as we are bringing a festival troupe from District 3 as the territory celebrates the 70th anniversary of its emancipation." He added that in the future there will be some new activities for seniors within District 3 in collaboration with doctors and some businesses, with the amount given by Naniki Hotel and Marina from their 2023 block party raffle was just over $1,000, and the funds were handed over on Monday, December 11th by the resort's events manager, Miss Dion A. Thomas. Well, up next, viewers, more local news, and we dip into some international news.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, protect you.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Today, I am doing cobble treatments with Beyond the Reef. Today, we are doing shark research. So today, we are doing whale research with Beyond the Reef. And wherever I go, I take CCT with me because my life is unlimited.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The territory's most decorated athlete, Kyron McMaster, says his accomplishments continue to be overlooked by international media, which often exclude his name from conversations highlighting the top athletes in the men's 400-meter hurdles event. At the time of his comment, McMaster was speaking on the Ready, Set, Go podcast hosted by Olympic gold medalist Justin Gatlin and former Bahamian sprinter Rodney Green. Prior to some of his achievements this year, which included securing a silver medal at the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary, and defeating world champion Karsten Warholm at the Wanda Diamond League in Zurich, McMaster said he blamed himself for being excluded in the conversation as he was aware that he had more work to be done.
I have nobody, I would say, but myself to blame. Because if you really want to mention the big three, all those boys have medals, major medals as well. Olympics and world champs. Yeah. Respectfully, you have to give them flowers. Even though I was right there, the media never, or the sport never see me as a threat. So why mention him? That's what it is. They didn't see me as a threat.
However, even after delivering consistent, remarkable performances throughout 2023, McMaster said the treatment continued from the international media.
I had to create that friction of, listen, y'all don't forget me, you know. And it's crazy. Even when I did create that friction or start creating the friction now, because the friction is there now, it started. It's still not given. Yeah. I'll show you an example. The world champs. You go on NBC right now, on YouTube, and you type in men's 400 hurdles at world champs. Karsten Warholm win, Rai Benjamin bronze. No mention of Kyron McMaster. Cool. I didn't mention nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? When we beat him in Zurich, when I beat Warholm in Zurich, the headlines was from NBC, is Warholm hangover or something like that. Not that Kyron McMaster beat him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So even till this day, they don't see me as that much of a threat in the big three.
While admitting that the exclusion does not impact him to the point where he becomes upset, McMaster said he will use it as motivation to deliver in his upcoming races.
I'll say this much. My issue is not with the media. My issue is with, I watched those boys for so many years. Respectfully, again, I have no hatred to them. I respect the grind because they work for it. They deserve what all they have. Santos, Warholm, and Benjamin. You can't take that away. Those boys has been running times that the world has never seen consistently. Yep. For me is, I watch what I could have been or what I am going to be.
You are going to be, yes.
There you go.
He said it before you said it.
Yes.
That boy said, he coming. Tell them you coming.
There you go.
Tell them you coming.
I don't have to tell them. They're going to feel it in the race.
Well, viewers, McMaster is currently ranked 3rd in the world in the men's 400-meter hurdles event. Well, moving on to our final story, viewers, where in a recent episode of The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Grammy Award-winning producer Gordon Commissioner Williams shared what it's been like throughout his illustrious career while inspiring the next generation of creatives.
I think it initially happened for me in the Bronx with the advent of hip hop. So, my first exposure to what people would call hip hop was outside. There wasn't any hip hop records at the time. It was a local movement, and being exposed to that, being exposed to the older guys in the neighborhood playing music and rapping and break dancing, outside, it just bit me as a kid. And when I saw that, I said, hey, I want to do that.
In regards to staying grounded, Williams said he has always believed in a higher power and credited that for his longevity and ability to stay humble.
We had a level of respect amongst us before somebody else that now is not there. And I understand why it's not there. I'm not mad at young people for being the way they are, because I think the elders dropped the ball.
Okay.
I was speaking to a group of people maybe day before yesterday. So funny because I've spoken to so many people since I've been here. And I was saying that I think that the responsibility is harder, that gap that exists between the youth. And you always say, oh, I don't understand the children. I don't understand the music. You know, what are they talking about? What is this? And we were talking about that. And I said, well, yeah, you know, I feel like in a strange way, I'm sort of in the middle of that conversation because I have a connection to the youth because of hip hop and my growth in that and working with artists. But then I know who the elders are because I was old enough to see them or hear of them or speak of them. So because I'm in the middle, I sort of feel like I got to help put these two hands back together, right? But in putting the two hands back together, I think the responsibility is more on the elders. It's going to be harder on the elders because the elders have to come down to the kids because you have to recognize part of why they're like this is because of us. Them. So if that's the case and we're the elder, it's your responsibility. So you can't just say you're angry at them. You have to say, I'm angry at, like my mom did for me. Yeah, I don't like how he's doing, but you got to support them. And then they could say, all right, that's a real person who cares about me. Let me see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But if you just start off like they don't know and the kids don't know, and then they're going to say, whatever, you know what's going to happen? You're going to die because you're old. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to believe it, but that's what's going to happen. You're going to die and it's going to be their world anyway. So what do you want? Do you want to die and leave them? Or do you want to have a chance to leave some of you with them?
And a lasting legacy.
Yeah. So I think it's on the elders to come to terms with that and get off of that platform that you have that happens when you get older, and that space when you get older. Like nobody can teach me nothing. I know everything. I mean, no, you don't know everything.
Williams also addressed the struggles between the elders in the community and the up and coming generation. He said, in his opinion, the responsibility is with the elders in order to bridge the gap.
I'd have to say, you know, it's hard to really think of one particular thing, but maybe spirituality, you know, because always from a child, I had a strong connection with the spirit, whatever you want to call it. You know, people use word higher power. People want to use words, creator. I don't really, as the older I get, the less I'm tied to words and names. You know, it's more the concept. What is it? What was I doing? Like, what is the truth of it? And the truth is I've always believed that there was a creator and I've always had a connection. Even people would ask me, I don't say it as much as I used to when I was younger, but I used to say, well, that's who I work for. They said, well, who you work for? You work for Sons? Like, nah, I got a boss. That's my boss. So anything I do in music, I think about that. So when you hear that in the music, and I used to think like that was, people can make you feel like that's a weakness, you know, but again, the older I get, I realize that's my strength. That was my protection. That was the song. That was the thing that went into the lyrical content. That was the thing that went into the music, that energy. So then when I look at Lauryn Hill or I look at Stephen Marley or KRS-One or any of these, Carlos Santana, and I hear certain things now after I've done it, and then I think back on my childhood and I think back on my journey, I realize that that is the thing that was guiding me. So why I'm going to change at this point, even though I like hip hop, you know, and as Lauren said, she had in one record, she said, I put an MF in it so you ignorant ones will hear me. So every once in a while, there might be a curse in there. There might be, I mean, that's how I grew up. So I'm not going to alienate somebody to say, authentic, it is, you know, but I'm also not going to be disrespectful or lewd or rude just for the sake of doing that. Why do that?
Our viewers, for that full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. But that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.